Hi, my friends. Sorry the other video got cut off. But if any of you are watching today's news and what President Trump said about love, that our love comes from God, and if we could just remember that God gives us, our rights and our tenets, and if we can just learn to love and to keep those tenets, that we would, do well and be so much more better off. So isn't that beautiful? And I'm glad that he called out these hate groups. My family being from North Carolina, my grandfather was a member of the KKK, and he was deaf, so he was at a disadvantage for one, and plus, and from a family that instilled this in him and forced him to meetings and that sort of thing. And if we are brainwashed with hate to begin with, like many other groups are, I can unequivocally say that there are groups in the Middle East that are taught to hate others from the time that they're little, and that is so wrong, okay? Because each of us has a soul. I don't care who you are. Each of you have a soul, and you have a guardian angel that watches over that soul, that is a gift from God. A gift from God. Each of you could just get this through your noggins, we would be in so much better place to care and to love each other and put aside our insignificant differences. Okay? They are insignificant compared to the big picture. When will we learn? When will we learn? America, when will you learn? Wake up. Loosen your spirit. Loosen your love. Wake up. Wake up, America. Love one another as I have loved you. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Is anybody out there listening? Okay, finished at Ezekiel chapter 34, 21, I believe is where I got cut off. I'll go back to 20 just in case. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God unto them, behold, I, even I, will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle, because you have thrust with side and shoulder and pushed all the disease with your horns until you have scattered them around about. Therefore will I have my flock, and I will no more be a prey. I will judge between cattle and cattle. I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. He shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. I, the Lord, will be their God, my servant David, a prince among them. I will make them places round about my hill a blessing. I will cause a shower to come down in its season. There shall be showers of blessings. Okay, so how does he bless? He sends his angels to bless us. At Christmas time, there are actual literally balls of light coming down on people's houses, of blessing, of hope. Okay, so spiritually, even though you can't see it, it's happening. It starts in November. Okay? All around the world. And the tree of the field shall yield her fruit. The earth shall yield her increase. They shall be safe in their land, shall know that I am the Lord. I have broken the bands of their yoke and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves of them. Remember, bands around your heart are like ice. They can be broken, and you can let your love out. Okay? This is spiritual as well as literal. Okay? There shall be no more a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beasts of the land devour them. They shall dwell safely. None shall make them afraid. I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the shame of the heathen any more, so that they shall have divine supplies. Okay, it doesn't mean an actual tree where you can eat from it. It's talking about spiritual food, okay? Spiritual plenty, spiritual love and healings, is what God is speaking of here. Thus shall they know that I, the Lord their God, am with them, that even the house of Israel are my people, saith the Lord God. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord God. Okay? There's only one God, one love. Chapter 35, God's judgment of Mount Seir. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Say unto it, Thus the Lord God, behold, on Mount Seir, I am against thee, I will stretch out my hand against thee, I will make thee most desolate. I will lay the cities waste, they shall be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sitteth thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, cut off from it that passeth out of him and returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in the valleys and in the rivers shall they fall, and are slain with the sword. Okay, I will make thee a perpetual desolation, the city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast said, these two nations, these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will even do according to thy anger, according to thy envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Thou shalt know that I am the Lord, that I have heard all their blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, They are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus, with your mouth you have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate, and I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and Idumea, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. So, okay, chapter 36. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, because the enemy hath said against you, Aha, even ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, because they have made you desolate, swallowed you up on every side, that you might be possession unto the residue of the heathen. You are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord God. Thus saith the Lord God to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, to the cities forsaken, which become prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into the possession, and possession with the joy of all of their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, to the valleys, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I have lifted up my hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, you shall not shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and will turn to you, and ye shall be tilted and sown. I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it. The cities shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be built. And I will multiply upon you man and beast. They shall increase and bring fruit, and I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings. And you shall know that I am the Lord. Yea, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel, and shall possess thee, and shall be their inheritance, and thou shalt no more henceforth bereave them of men. Thus saith the Lord God, because they say unto you, thou land devourest up men, and hast bereaved thy nations. Therefore thou shalt devour men no more, neither bereave thy nations any more, saith the Lord God. Neither will I cause men to hear in thee the shame of the heathen any more, neither shalt thou bear the reproach of the people any more, neither shall thou cause a nation to fall any more, saith the Lord God. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and their own doings. Their way was before me as the unclean of a removed woman. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they shed upon the land, for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their ways, and according to their doings I judged them. And when they entered into the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name, when they said to them, These are the people of the Lord, and are gone forth out of his land. But when I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen whither they went, therefore saith the house of Israel, Thus saith the Lord God, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which you have profaned among the heathen whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which you have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen then shall know that I am the Lord, with the Lord, saith the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before his eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. And when I sprinkle clean water upon you, you shall be clean, and all of your filthiness from all of your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. And you shall dwell in the land that I give to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I shall be your God. I will also save you from all of your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and will lay no famine upon you. And I'm going to stop right there. I hope you have a blessed day, a great week, and we will continue. God bless you and keep you always. Bye-bye.